So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whenever you are choosing to access this video, I welcome you to EDSC 408, Managing the Secondary Classroom. My name is Derek Riddle. I will be your instructor for this course. I'm looking forward to working with you. Classroom management is definitely something that I enjoy teaching and enjoy discussing with new teachers and upcoming teachers and teachers in general. So the purpose of this video is just to quickly introduce myself and maybe introduce a few of the logistical things of this course. I'm hoping this video will be beneficial to you. I know that learning in an online setting can be a challenge for those of you that like to interact and like to work with people face to face. So I hope these videos can help you see that there is another person on the other side of the internet and that he is very concerned and wants to be able to help you have the most beneficial experiences possible. So to begin, before I get into my teaching background, let me tell you a little bit about my life background and why this is important. I am a father of two wonderful children. I'm married to just the most wonderful woman in the world. Let me introduce my two children to you. So Brody, if you can come on over. So this is my oldest, Brody, he's 7. And then let me go ahead and introduce you to my youngest. Oh, this is Ian, who is 3 and a half. Can you say hi? Okay, boys, you can go back out. Close the door behind you. The reason why I share that with you is I want you to understand, as you, my life is pretty busy, and I'm going to introduce a little bit more as to what I do in my life. But being a father is probably the most important job that I have. Being an effective teacher, an effective classroom manager, it's important that you manage your time well, and that you make sure that you're available not only for your students, but for your other priorities that you may have outside of school. So with that being said, one of my biggest expectations in this course is that you understand that as your instructor, I do wear many hats, and I will do my very best to meet your needs, but I also have other needs that I need to meet as well. So I just encourage you to do your very best to get things done in a timely manner, because I am trying to manage my time effectively in order to be able to meet your needs. And any kind of late assignments or curveballs that get thrown my way, which is always a part of the classroom and I'm fully anticipating. But any unnecessary ones, again, like late assignments or not doing your part as a student, makes it difficult for me to be able to meet your needs. So another role I play as your instructor is often you'll see a graduate assistant or a full-time professor teaching these types of courses. I'm actually in the trenches with you. I currently teach in Clark County School District. I teach sophomore and senior English at Cheyenne High School. So again, that adds a layer to the busyness that we all have in our life, but I think it also adds advantage for you because I am in the classroom every day. I understand what it's like every day to manage classroom settings. And so I hope that that will serve you well. I have taught every classroom in the secondary setting from 6th grade to 12th grade. I've coached both middle school and high school, 2 different sports. I've coached, or not coached, I've worked in the performing arts programs both in the middle and the high school settings. So again, I hope this background will help serve you in understanding what it's like day to day to apply some of this knowledge that we're going to learn throughout this course. I was also an instructional coach early on in my career, fortunate enough to do that, and I worked with various teachers in various content areas. So that's something else that will be important for you to understand in this course. There are definitely general management strategies that will work in any classroom, but there are also some specific management strategies like how do you manage a science lab, how do you work with writing groups, that I hope will be beneficial as well, that I can offer you an addendum to what the textbook is telling us. On a final note about me, I took this course as well when I was an undergraduate. We had the 2nd edition back then. We're using the 3rd edition this time. I hope that as we go through this course, a lot of the knowledge in the book, albeit good, very foundational, and definitely necessary, is theoretical in nature. And I hope that we can move from this is what research says, this is what the book says, to how do I apply that and make that practical and kind of build this bridge. That's what I'm hoping to do as we go through this course. It's one of my main goals. It's one thing to know, well, behaviorism and some of the things we're going to learn about, and then how does that approach play out in the classroom? Or is that the only approach that I use in the classroom? The biggest, I guess, end note that I want to leave you with before we close this video is classroom management is a lot different than classroom discipline. We're not about disciplining students and trying to correct behavior. We're trying to make sure that we produce an environment that will help students learn most effectively. And really the biggest goal that I can give you, the biggest encouragement and I guess advice that I can give you just to start is get involved as much as you can in the classroom setting. I know some of you may be in your practicum experiences, some of you may not, some of you may be subbing, some of you may not have that blessing yet or that opportunity to work with students because we're just at varying stages in our life. But I would encourage you to work as much as possible in a classroom, get into a classroom whenever you have some free time. And if you're willing to get into a classroom, I'm over at Cheyenne. Email me, let me know, hey, I have this day, this hour available. You can come observe me, my colleagues. We would love to give you that experience so that you can learn what it's like to be in a classroom. Any of these experiences will help you start to apply and see how this, again, theoretical knowledge works day to day in a classroom with students from various backgrounds, experiences, cultural aspects, and all those things. So again, as you can see, I'm excited. I love managing classroom. I love working with students. I love building relationships and making sure that a classroom environment is conducive to learning. And I hope that I can impart some of those same knowledge and skills to you as we go throughout this course. And I look forward to working with you. Thank you.